Welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy, and today we're going to be doing another full review episode. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome. Come on in. All my returning viewers, you know how we do. Let's get the show on the road, shall we? So today's full review episode is going to be showcasing the Apothic White Winemaker's Blend. It is vibrant and refreshing. This is the 2023, and it comes in at 12% ABV. I'm going to go ahead and give you a quick run through at the back. I'm going to slow roll. You could pause, rewind if you need to take a little bit more time. I did go to the website. Unfortunately, the website was about as useful as, well, you get more information off this bottle than you get from the website. So this does come from California, so it is a California wine. We're going to go ahead and have the pour sit there breathing a little bit while we continue on. Put you right back over there. So this is Apothic White. They have, I believe, 12 varieties of sorts. I do believe they do occasionally do some special variations, but I found this to be a very lovely line. So far, I've only had the dark and bold red, which I do believe is being discontinued. They're sort of shifting that to something a little different, but generally keeping it the same. Everything that those dark reds, those bold dark reds, I do believe they're clearancing out. So if you find one, it's probably going to be for about $5 like I did. But anyway, let's go ahead and do the rundown for all the new people. So we are currently at a part 2 of a 3-part series that I do for a whiskey, wine, libations of sorts review. Part 1, off the rip, I get it home, crack it open, pour it in a glass, try it out, have my first impressions, and share them with you because that's what's important. Part 2 is going to be where we're at today, the full review. We're going to stop right around in this area, halfway mark, the ish mark area. I'm going to go onto the internet, find as much or as little information as possible, bring it back to you and present it to you. In that time, I'm going to allow it to sit. Wines are different than whiskeys and other spirits and libations. Wines have to be done in a 5-day period because after that, they start to go south pretty quick. Part 3, all the way down here, final pour, thusly named, we have that and we compare that to the first pour and everything we've had in between. So I'm going to swirl this a little bit, aerate it just a little bit more. I don't think it really needs to, but why not? So this is considered a medium body. This is a blend. This is actually a blend of Chardonnay, some Riesling, some, I haven't pronounced this in quite some time, so forgive me if I trample all over it. Pinot Grigio? Pinot Grigio? So it is a blending of these three. It doesn't say. This actually didn't come from their actual website, the Apothic website. This actually came from a combination of other professional wine websites that I visit for information, reviews, and suggestions. So it doesn't say how much of each that it's blended in there, but it just says it's a blend of those three. Now the price I paid for this was just a little over $10 out the door. So on the shelf it was under 10. Out the door, it was a little over 10. The ABV, as you might have noticed, again, is going to be 12%, which is, online, it says that it was a 12.5, but it also said that that was a 2024. So it appears that they actually went up a little bit on the 2024. I haven't seen a 2025 as of yet, but who knows. So this is nicely paired with chicken, seafood, or spicy food like curry or whatnot. It's got a beautiful nose. It's light fruit. You can definitely get a little bit of light spice out of there as well. There's honey. I can definitely smell some honey in there. So let's go ahead and get that first palating out of the way. Oh yeah, that's much different. That is much, much different than off the rip. I do believe I predicted this was going to be very well settled, mellowed out, completely well-rounded. Now, I am going to say that the final pour of this is not going to be this good. It's going to go a little bit downhill. I can't say if it's going to be worse, but it's going to be much different. This definitely evolves from the first pour to the last. If you drink it all at once or share it with a group of friends or whatever, yes, it's going to go immediately. But I would definitely suggest that you aerate it, you decant it very well until it gets to that sweet spot where we were at right here in the middle. This is a sweet spot. This is where it should be drank, and then it's be done. I'm going to go ahead and get this second palating. Only the slightest dryness, but it is quickly rounded out by sweetness on the palate. That sweetness is accompanied, the sweetness comes from peach, pineapple, and apricot. It is a semi-sweet white, so you're going to get just the slightest bit of dryness on the palate, but it's not anything you really think about after you start getting all those fruits. I'm going to get one more. This is very light, very delicious. It is vibrant, and it is refreshing. That indeed it is. This is an excellent white wine. This is probably the best white wine I think I've ever had. This is very nice. Now, coming off of that Apothic Dark has gotten me looking into this Apothic line. So you're going to see a lot more Apothic wines being showcased on the channel. I'm not going to forget about the Yellowtail. I do have, I think, 4 more bottles to do, but a move's coming up pretty soon, and I'm going to have you taking a break. That's going to be where a lot of my content that's already been filmed, it's been edited, some of it's been uploaded and scheduled. So if it's uploaded onto the YouTube website platform, it's got a scheduling on it. So I do have a little bit of stacked up, so that's going to carry me through like a week to 2 weeks while I'm packing and moving and traveling and getting all that squared away. So that'll be a little bit of a buffer so that there's no break in the content. So by now, pretty much everything is off the palate. There's only the slightest little, barely noticeable of an aftertaste, to just something that lets you know that, hey, you were just drinking something. It's a very excellent white, inexpensive white at that. So let's go ahead and move on to my score. So my scoring goes out of 5. What I like to do is I like to break every one of those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up into 3 parts themselves. A weak, a strong, a solid, and a strong. Because sometimes you might say it's between a 2 and a 3. Well, where is it between a 2 and a 3? Does it lean more towards the 2 or lean more towards the 3? I think that could be easy enough just to say, oh, I think it leans more towards a 2 than a 3, or lean more towards a 3 than a 2. I think that would be fine enough, but I break it down even further than that. Sometimes it's a solid, like right between a 2 and a 3. Like I can't quite decide which way it leans more. So the Apothic White, I'm going to give this a strong 4 out of 5. I really enjoy this wine. This is an excellent wine. Like I said earlier, it is the best white. I'm going to say that. It's the best white that I've ever had, that I can remember. I remember going through a wine phase many, many years ago when it wasn't me. It was actually a relative of mine got into wine, and that sort of tipped me into that sort of area where I would try it as well. But now we're really getting to libations and sorts, so this is going to be the thing. So a strong 4 out of 5, definitely worth that score. My fair price, I'm going to say it's underpriced. I really believe it's underpriced. Now, these average bottles here go for over 10 easy. Some of these are pushing up to 20. I do believe there's a couple bottles out there which I am definitely interested in getting. That's in the 20-something, mid-20 range, I do believe. But they can start off at 10, and they can work themselves up probably to 30. Just depends on where you are, what store you're going to, and whatnot. Would I buy this again? Yes, I would buy this again. And I would suggest this to somebody if they want to have a suggestion from me for a white wine. Very delicious, very wonderful. So go ahead and let me know what you think in the comments about Apothic White and about the channel. And as always, thanks for stopping by here at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. Have a good one.